Okay, here's the flaring tool. So the flaring tool goes over this, like this, and then you lock that together, and you bring this part here up to here. You put this over, and you screw this little thing down here, which flares the end of that. You have to make sure you have your ends on here before you do that. I'll sit y'all somewhere where you can watch me do that. Okay, then I wound up switching my flaring tool just because that other one I had wasn't working all that great. This one is newer. It seems to work a lot better. But basically the way this works is, once I get this off here, I'll show you. Okay, just like the word says, I've flared this pipe. I put a little flare in the end of it, and the way that works is this little flare goes on this fitting like this. See how that flare kind of lays over that? And then this piece here comes down over that, and the flare won't pass through the inside of there. You can see how the flare is kind of sticking out on the inside of there. So that this one, when this goes on to here, that seals that up against that little brass T there, so that she don't move and she don't leak. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically put this on here, on this side like this, and put an elbow up here. Here's an elbow right here. I'll put an elbow on this end so that this part will go through the wall. This part down here will go to the stove right here, and this part that goes down will go through the floor, and then I'll run that up under the house back to the back room there, and hook up another stove there. So with that said, I'll shut up and we'll hook some things up, and I'll show you what they look like. Yeah, I'm going to make another one of these. I don't know if the camera was running when I used the cutting tool a while ago or not, so I'll do it again. And I'll probably straighten that out before I cut it. This hose is pretty flexible. That's the whole idea, is you should be able to bend it, straighten it out. What I'm going to do right now is make a piece to go with this. This piece right here, this top part will go through the wall, like the pipe will come out this way. This part down here will go out to the heater, and then this part will go through the floor. So I'm just making a little short section to connect this to my shutoff valve, and then this flexible hose here will run to the heater. That's the way that's going to work. So all I need is a little piece, a couple inches long, flared on both ends with two of those little flaring cups on there, and then that should take it. That should do it about right. So I'm going to put my flaring tool right here. And the way this works, you put it over that, you tighten it down, you give it a little turn, not real hard, and then you tighten it a little bit more, and you give it a little turn, not real hard, tighten it a little bit more. Don't tighten it real hard, because you'll kind of crush the pipe, and you want to do this slowly. Give it a little turn, cut, a little turn, and take it around, and that's all there is to it. And see, that makes a nice clean cut. It's actually a little bit depressed in the ends. Of course, when you flare it, you'll flare it back out. Makes it easier to feed through holes and stuff like that. So with that said, I'm going to flare both ends of this, stick it on that, and then we'll kind of go from there. Alrighty, it's kind of dark, but maybe you can see this. But I got this line hooked up for the propane, and I've got a electrical plug-in that I mounted in here, and the way this stove sits, it will sit across there so that all this stuff will be out of sight and back behind it. That's a dedicated 20 amp breaker which goes to the electric part of this heater. This is a, they call it a tri-power. It runs on electric heat up to 5,000 BTUs. In fact, there's electric heat coming out of it right now. And then the gas kicks in up to 25,000 BTUs. So pulls a pretty good bit of power. So I put it on a dedicated line and wired that outside to where the new tank's going to go, and I've wired another one into the room back there where my computer is, because I'm going to hook up a propane tank back there too. So that was a pretty good day's work. I kind of spent all day working on that, not counting the time that I went to town to pick up the stuff I needed. So that kept me pretty busy for a day, kept me off the streets and out of trouble. So that's what I need, you know. I need things like that to keep me busy. Otherwise, I'll be out getting into all kind of mischief. What kind of guy I am.